Mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me no too. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. It's your boy Hardbody Time. For today's video, it's a Free Talk Friday video. I've been waiting to get at this video because I'm going to take this in a couple different directions, and hopefully this video does not run too long. Hopefully, let's put the camera in focus. Focus. Yeah. Okay. So, as most of you know, a documentary was released. Was it this week or I think it was last weekend? Surviving R.Kelly. First of all, if you've been living under a rock and you don't know what the whole controversy is with R.Kelly, it would take more than the time of this video to get into everything. But if you do know, keep on watching. I'm going to give you my thoughts right now on not just R.Kelly and the situation going on with him, but the situation going on with us as people. And I'm not just talking about black people or anything like that, but people in general, man. There's definitely a disconnect going on here. And with this year just starting, and we're still very much just getting into January, just getting into 2019, I want to bring some things to you guys' attention. But right now, I'm going to start off on the R. Kelly point. So my thoughts on not just the little bit of the documentary I've seen, I know it's breaking up into parts, and everything going on with him as a man. Let me say this. Anybody that knows me personally knows I am a big fan of R&B. I was a singer. I still like to sing, but R&B is my bread and butter. I was an R&B singer. I wrote R&B. I've got music, R&B music. And one of my biggest influences outside of Stevie Wonder was R. Kelly. But as great as R. Kelly was as a singer and as a songwriter, I always knew him to be a troubled individual. He was somebody who had a lot going on. Now, keep in mind, when I was really into the groove of doing all this music stuff, I was a lot younger mentally, right? I was growing up, but I wasn't grown. But now I'm grown. And as a grown man, I look back on a lot of the things that R. Kelly has done and the way he's reacted in certain interviews. And there's plenty of them out there. You just got to look around. And I cannot separate the talent from the man. And I know a lot of people want to, and a lot of people on Facebook are going to say, oh, well, I'm still going to listen to him and I still like him. Hey, to each their own. But he won't get that support from me anymore. He's gotten that support for a long time. I am no longer giving the man a pass. The man is a monster. The man is an abuser of children and of underage women. And I can't co-sign that. I'm sorry. To each their own. If you want to still remix to the ignition and step in the name of love, I'm with it. If you still want to listen to I Believe I Can Fly, that's the thing that troubles me the most. This man made really great music. Like most musicians, like most actors and celebrities, we put our faith in a lot of people. Not just celebrities, but we put our faith in a lot of people. And when people show us who they really are, we don't want to believe it. We always want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I am done giving R. Kelly the benefit of the doubt. I am done listening to this man's music and having it in my Spotify playlist. Again, to each their own. I'm not here to judge anybody. That's not my place. But I also don't have to co-sign anything he did, and I don't have to support his music, no matter how good it is, based off what he did. When Subway had Jared as their spokesperson, not that I really like Subway, but once I found out about Jared and his history, I was like, man, you didn't do your research? This guy's got child porn here. You got him on your commercials talking about 6 grams of fat or less. And we can get into that, and that's a whole nother video I can make about Jared and Subway. But as far as R. Kelly, the person, and, there's a phrase in the Bible, he who is without sin cast the first stone. I am not a perfect gentleman. I'm not. But there are certain things I am very highly sensitive to. And when you talk about the abuse of innocence, and when I mean innocence, I'm not talking about us grown, nasty, filthy people. Because once you're an adult, I'm talking about kids, man. Kids, little girls and little boys. And when I hear about clergymen and teachers and musicians and these people abusing and taking advantage of the innocence of those who don't know better, who don't know that they can they just don't know. Some of y'all probably got some R. Kellys in your family. You don't know. Some of your friends are some R. Kellys. There's some monsters in this world, man. And I'm done defending this one. So that's my stance on R. Kelly. But it leads me into another point. When people show you who they are, and And when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about anybody you may come across in your life. There's going to come a point in your life when you're going to meet people, you're going to interact with people, you're going to network. I do it all the time. They could be coworkers, they could be family, they could be friends. When people show you who they really are, you need to believe them the first time they show you who they really are. I'm not talking about the surface level stuff. I'm not talking about the pleasantries or the professionalism. When stuff gets real, when character is being tested and people come to you and they show you who they really are, what they're really about, their real core values as a person, and it does not line up with your core values, when they show you that, you got to be willing to let that go. You got to be willing to let them go, because it's only going to make things a little bit harder. There's something to be said about toxic people. People who will gossip. People who will lie. People who deceive. People who like to spread rumors. And I know it's the same thing as gossip, but people who like to ignite fires for no other reason than to be entertained. There's something to be said about that, man. And when people show you that, when people show you that side of them, you got to believe it. You cannot keep giving toxic, shady people the benefit of the doubt. Oh, you know that's just how they are. Oh, man, that's just Larry, man. Larry be talking, man. Larry, don't, look, Tyrell, listen, Larry a good dude. Don't listen. Look, I'm not giving Larry the benefit of the doubt no more, man. There was a friend, and I'm not going to say his name in this video. I had a guy I was really, really cool with. Really cool. We were really, I like to think we were pretty good friends. And we would hang out all the time. And we worked together, and people watching this video probably gonna know who I'm talking about. But like I said, I'm not saying his name. But I always heard stories about him. Always. People would always come to me. He did this. He did that. He said this. He stole that. He did, like, it was so many things. And I'm like, wow, he never done that to me. Well, I never heard of that. And I kept giving this person benefit of the doubt. Kept doing it until one day I saw it for myself. And he didn't do anything significant. It's not like he stole thousands of dollars or anything from me, but he did just enough. And I'm not even going to go into the incident. But he did just enough to me where it involved me for me to see his true colors. And that's when I was like, okay, this is somebody I can no longer associate myself with. And there's probably still people that are still relatively close to me that still speak to him and probably still friends with him. But once I became of a certain mindset, I was like, I can't be around that no more. I don't wish him any ill will or nothing like that, but I can choose as an adult who I want to keep around me. I no longer want to be associated with that. I no longer want that around me. If I can't trust you, or if I can't believe what you're going to say is what you're going to do, I no longer want to deal with you. And moreover than that, when you have a reputation as being something else, how can I keep giving you the benefit of the doubt when in the back of my head, I kind of believe what they're saying? And so I want this to, I don't want to make this video long, but with this year in 2019, I want you guys to be a lot more aware of the company you keep, be a lot more aware of the people you talk to, and be aware of what the information you give people. Information is power. One thing I am really, 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 really good at is assessing the room. I don't beef with people. I don't have time. I don't get into drama. I don't raise my voice. There's plenty of people that'll tell you I don't raise my voice and yell at people. I don't. That's a waste of emotion. Why am I going to do that? What I've learned to do, and I've been doing this for the past few years, is I watch. I people watch. I get a feel for the energy, for the vibe of a room. And you be around people long enough, you can kind of tell who doesn't like who doesn't really speak to whom. You know, however, but you start to pick up on certain vibes, man. You hang around people long enough. And I'm telling you, when it comes to that toxic environment, and it's usually only one person. It's usually one person it originates from. I mean, everybody may have an issue, but it usually stems from the one person being in the room. And you know who that person is. It's the same person that where you got to ask if it's okay for everybody else. Like, hey, is it cool if I bring such and such along? Because you know everybody else doesn't really take to that person. That's the toxic person I'm talking about. When you got to give a disclaimer, hey man, just so y'all know, such and such is coming over. When you got to give a disclaimer like that, that's the toxic person I'm talking about. That's the person that does not need to be around, because you have to explain and give everybody a warning that, hey, chill out, this person's coming. You know, something's a little off then, right? So in 2019, y'all, stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt. Stop giving these people your emotional energy. Stop giving these people your physical energy. Stop giving these people your financial energy. And when I talk about financial, and I'm not just talking about giving them cold hard cash, but doing things that's going to mess you up in the long run financially. I've helped some people. I don't even want to get into that. I've helped some people with some things financially that I should not have. And thank God I learned from my lessons. But again, it ties into the R.Kelly situation and it goes back and forth, y'all. Stop trusting people who are toxic, who don't mean you any good. Last week I talked about the friend zone and being in positions you want to be in, and this ties into the same thing. If these people are not going to help or be a contributing factor to you improving your quality of life, why are they around? Why? Why are they around? Get them out of there. So I love it talking to you guys about this stuff. Anyway, anytime you guys want me to discuss something on Free Talk Fridays, because I've been getting a lot more emails about it, and people seem to like these videos almost as much as they like the fitness stuff. Guys, feel free to send me an email if there's a topic you want me to touch on. I'll leave it right here at the bottom of the screen. Like I always tell you guys, the advice is free. Hustle or soul separately. Get out, get this work.